Dasara in Puttaparthi is a festive season where the air is filled with special chants and the heart is filled with spiritual fervour. Thousands of people join the dozens of scholars and priests for the week-long Vedapurusha Saptaha Jnana Yajna. Yajna is loosely translated as sacrifice, but it does not actually mean the killing of animals. It is the killing of demonic qualities in oneself by burning them in the fire of wisdom. It is the sacrifice of selfishness and self-interest for the peace and happiness of all the beings in all the worlds. Samasta lokaha sukhino bhavantu. The gods are invoked and installed as per Vedic dictates. Rudra Homa is done. The Bhagavatam, the Devi Bhagavatam and the Ramayana are read. The Surya Namaskar is performed. The Yajur, Sama and Atharvana Vedas chanted. The devotees gather to feel the presence of Bhagwan, their Swami, during this ritual worship. Even as this Bhakti Yajna or the Yajna of devotion goes on, an equally fantastic Karma Yajna or Yajna of action is also going on in Puttaparthi. And that is the Sri Sathya Sai Grama Seva. The Sri Sathya Sai Grama Seva is possibly one of its kind. On the face of it, it appears to be a charitable distribution wherein nearly 2,400 students and staff members of the Sri Sathya Sai educational institutions visit 160 rural hamlets surrounding Puttaparthi and offer food and clothes to over 50,000 families. But it is much more than that. It is love in action. It is the service to God through service to man. It is the manifestation of the selfless yajna for peace and happiness. Initiated by Bhagwan Baba in the year 2000, the Grama Seva today is a well-oiled machinery involving thousands, day in and day out, for the 10 days of Dasara. It all begins in the massive kitchens. Throughout the night, into the early hours of the morning, dedicated volunteers of all ages and vocations, along with the cooks, prepare the rice meal or pulihora. Every day, about 40 quintals of rice are cooked in a dozen large vessels over a massive firewood stove. Turmeric, which is an antiseptic as well as a flavoring agent, is added to the rice. The faith and dedication of these workers is simply amazing. It is seen when they transfer the boiling rice into vessels as another volunteer cools their feet by pouring cold water through a pipe. As the rice is cooled, little boys also join in the seva, adding curry leaves. It is important that the food cools before packing to prevent spoilage. Mountains of rice are now ready to move to the next stage. students are the pillars of the future of the world, and Gram Seva, interestingly, is centered on students. Here, the girl students of Swami's educational institutions sacrifice sleep at night to prepare a meal for the poor with love. Approximately 350 grams of rice is packed into each packet. These packets are transported to crates which will head out for distribution the next day. Even as the girl students rest after hours of hard work, the fresh boy students carry on the baton. The mini trucks form a convoy after being loaded with food and clothes. Based on excellent mapping of the region, different areas are covered by the Gram Seva on each day. Each and every village in the Sri Sathya Sai Mandal is covered, even the most remote ones. With love and humility, the students offer Swami's prasadam to the grateful villagers.
प्रेम करो मेरा साईं प्रसन्न.
It is an experience that they will not easily forget. It is also an experience that the villagers remember for a lifetime.
స్వామి మా ఇంటిలో పుట్టుకున్నా కానీ మాకు సంవత్సరానికి ఒకసారి పుట్టినీళ్ళు ఇచ్చినట్టు ఇస్తాడు స్వామి.
One might wonder about the efficacy in feeding and clothing the villagers just once a year. How does this solve the problem of poverty? As any student participating in the Grama Seva knows, Swami started this magnificent project not to combat economic poverty, but a poverty that is deeper and far more dangerous. The poverty of love, the poverty of caring, and the poverty of compassion in the human heart. In that sense, the Sri Sathya Sai Grama Seva is an enriching experience. As the grand Yajna culminates in the Purnachandra auditorium, the Grama Seva Yajna for the year concludes. In an era of endless competition and rampant materialism, the seeds of sacrifice and selfless seva have been sown into young hearts. That is the miracle of true love.